Here's another myth about personal injury claims. Hey, I'm attorney Will Alexander, an injury attorney right here in the CSRA. People who have injury claims are exaggerating their injuries. This is a myth that we hear time and time again, and it's that people that have personal injury claims are exaggerating how it impacted their life or the injuries that they have or how they're feeling. The reality is that I don't know how someone else is feeling. Someone else's pain and suffering or how an accident impacts somebody's life is really them. I mean, it's how it impacts their life. And so their injuries are always gonna come from what a doctor's saying. And that's why we talk time and time again about it's so important for folks to go get the proper medical treatment that they need, to listen to the advice of a medical professional, to go see a primary care physician, to go to a specialist if need be, and to listen to those professionals, because unfortunately the reality is that myth is out there so much that people are trying to exaggerate that we need that concrete evidence from a doctor to say, hey, look, this is impacting this individual's life, and this is how it can impact their life moving forward, even in the future, or how it's impacted their life in maybe a smaller time frame. And so unfortunately that myth is out there so much that we need that documentation from a doctor. And it's super important when folks can tell their own story, right? That happens a lot of times in a deposition in a case where that's a time where people can sit down and the other attorney, the defense attorney, is asking them questions, and they can really tell someone how it impacts their life and tell that personal story. And that's so important, and it's why it's so important really to have a personal injury attorney on your case as soon as possible, because we can understand and talk with you about, well, how does this really impact your life? What's going on in your life, how this impacts you, and tell your story. That's our job, and it's to make sure we can tell your story appropriately and adequately, and that we can get you treated fairly.
Brought to you by the Law Office of William Alexander, fighting for justice, protecting your rights.